What's up, guys? Today I will be posting. I just posted an hour ago with Naruto had all the tailed beast. I will be posting in 2 hours with Naruto was half Senju, half Uchiha, and then at 4 I will be posting with Naruto was taken by Danzo. Yeah. Pretty sure that's 5, actually. Yeah, that's kind of 5. Oh, neat. No, is it 4? Hold on. Math. So, yeah, I'll be posting 4 videos today. Just in case I don't post in a while. So, we will be starting this what if, at the first tuning exams area. No, we won't. Never mind, sorry. That was a mistake. We'll be starting this what if, as soon as they got into the academy building. Naruto was walking, so was Sasuke, so was Sakura. Sasuke doesn't like Naruto because Naruto is stronger than Sasuke, so yeah. Naruto sees right through the genjutsus. He says, "We go up one more floor." As they don't argue, they just go up one more floor. They didn't talk to Rock Lee at all. We then see Rock Lee as he says, "I challenge you, Naruto Uzumaki, to battle." Naruto said, "Why?" Rock Lee then said, "Because my sensei said you're strongest out of your team. So, I challenge you to a battle." Naruto nods his head. Rock Lee then says, "Okay, let's battle. Taijutsu only." Naruto's Taijutsu is like, low jonin. So, Naruto then says, "Okay." As he pulls out 4 extra arms, Rock Lee said, "What?" As these are like metal arms, because they're robotic. Naruto then said, "Yep, let's battle." Rock Lee goes in for a punch. Naruto lifts up his hands. As Rock Lee was fast, but, it's whatever. Rock Lee was fast, but Naruto put up his hands. As Rock Lee hit his foot. As it dented it. Cracked his foot. And didn't crack his foot. No, I guess it hurt his foot. Yeah, it hurt his foot. Rock Lee said, "Ow, what is that?" Naruto said, "Don't worry about it." And Naruto then goes into a taijutsu. I'm pretty sure Rock Lee's taijutsu was like eye jonin. Yeah. 6 arms are better than 2, so Naruto got some punches off, as it was severely hurting Rock Lee. As Rock Lee was about to do the first gate, and then the white guy scene happened, and all that stuff. Naruto then said, "Wow, let me turn up the brightness a bit for you guys." There we go. Naruto then said, "Well, time to get going." As they go, it's the first tuning exam product area. As so, Sasuke doesn't know about Gaara because they were never there, and Sakura doesn't know about Gaara because they were never there. So, yeah, it's just Naruto knowing about Gaara. Gaara, female form, all that stuff. Because it is going to be a Gaara ship. Well, we will be, they were talking, and then Kiba says, "The Rookie Nine's here, and I'm the best out of all of these guys. These guys are weak compared to me." Kabuto walks up saying, "You got a big mouth there. And everyone's looking at you, so I'd be more quiet." Kiba looks at he says, "Don't worry. They can't do anything to me." Naruto thinking in his mind, "Who is he?" Kabuto then says, "My name is Kabuto, and if you have a name of someone you want to know about, then tell me." Sasuke then points to Gaara, as he said, "That person. I feel some strong chakra out of her." Kabuto then spun, and then all the information about Gaara not being touched. And all that stuff. And then we have Sasuke point at Naruto as he says, "Tell me information on Naruto Uzumaki." Kabuto nods his head as he then says, "Naruto Uzumaki, King Genkai's, the Rankon, and the paper release. Taijutsu, low joning. Ninjutsu, high joning. Abilities, unknown of what they're called." Sasuke looked at Naruto, and so did everyone else. Naruto said, "Good job, Sasuke. You got everyone's attention." Sasuke then said, "It's whatever, dope." Yeah, so, hold on. And then there was a puff of smoke in the back of the room. Ibiki was. He said, "Okay, pay attention. You will be doing a test first." And he hands out the papers. And he explains the rules and all that. So then he sees Sasuke cheating with his Sharingan. Now Naruto can't really do the same kind, but he's smart enough to know some of these questions, as he does a lot of them. He does 8 out of the 9 that he was supposed to do. So yeah, and then he says, "Well, it's time for the 10th question. But first, do you want to, if you take this 10th question and you fail, you will be permanently kicked from the Chunin exams. But if you leave, you'll have another opportunity." As about 25 teams left, and there was 25 left. So there was about 75 people left. Yuki then said, "Anko isn't going to be happy at this." He said, "Good job of those who stayed. You have passed." The 10th question was just to see if you would stay with your comrades and all that. And then they hear a smash through the window, as it was Anko. She then said, "Well, it is time to do the exam for the second. And Ibiki, you're getting soft. There's 25 teams left." He said, "I eliminated 25. She then said, "Well, 13 of you are going to be exiting when you get through my test." They look scared as she says, "Meet me at the Forest of Death," as she then jumps through the window. Naruto then goes to the Forest of Death, as he's the first one, because his son's shining away. As his team meets up with him. Naruto is paying no attention, like normal. Anko then throws a kunai. And, it's at his, no, she doesn't. She sunshines behind him, and then says, "Pay attention," as she got some blood on her kunai. Naruto then says, "Why don't you pay attention?" As there's a kunai right to her stomach at a vital point. She laughed and said, "Okay," as they both let down their kunais, as she then said, "Okay, each team will get a heaven and earth scroll and all that stuff. Naruto then nodded his head as Naruto got a heaven scroll. Now he needs an earth. So, they go. As they actually got an earth scroll pretty fast. Naruto found a team. When he sent out a part of his eye, he flew around the whole entire area with his paper butterfly. And, yeah. Orochimaru then, after they got the scroll, Orochimaru then went after Sasuke. Naruto was going to they were going to the center. Then they were stopped by this grass genin. As we know them as Orochimaru. They say, hello, I'm after Sasuke. Then Orochimaru looks over as he sees the Rinnegan, as he says, "Oh, I'm after that Rinnegan." As the Naruto turns into paper. Naruto then flew up in the sky as he reverted back to his form with paper butterflies. And then he has paper wings as he's flying. And then his arms disappear. They turned into paper arms as they grab Sasuke and Sakura as they're now in the air. Sasuke said, "Let me go, dope." Naruto said, not a chance, as he wasn't paying attention. Orochimaru, extended his neck so far that it actually went up in the sky. Naruto saw this. He took away some of his legs as more paper came out as it blocked Sasuke. And then there was paper all around Orochimaru's face as it had the symbol for paper bombs. As Orochimaru couldn't see anymore, as his head went back down to his body, as he then was feeling it, and then Naruto did the hand sign as it made a humongous explosion. And then Naruto said, "Well, I guess it's time to go." As then we go and they reach the center in record time. Actually, they just reached the center in record time. As Gaia's team was there, and then Naruto's, and then Kiba's. As they actually did pretty good. They didn't need to go through that little arc. So yeah. Then we see we go to a 5-day time skip. Naruto's actually been talking with Kurama. Now, they're becoming a little bit more friends. You know what I mean? And so Naruto says, "Look, Kurama, what's with that Gara person?" Kurama then says, "She is the One-Tails Jinchuriki." Naruto nodded his head. As it's a second test, as there were about 12 teams. 9 of them were Konan, and 3 of them, one was the sand, one was Kabuto's. Not 9 were Konan. Weren't there like 3? No. Math. Hold on. Three teams, right? Was it Konan 12? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so about 3 teams of Konoha, 1 team was sand, so about 4 teams, and the rest were just. And then there was one of Kabuto, so 5. No, that would be too much. No, just the 5 made it. Yeah, just the 5. Don't worry about the rest. They all died. Let's just say that. Okay? There are 5 teams left. So, yeah. And so it's it's all the same battles basically. Yeah, all the same battles. As Naruto is against Kiba. As Naruto said, was walking down, as Kiba jumped down. Kiba then said, "Come on, I'm waiting for you, so you can lose. That's why you're stalling." Naruto said, "No." As he then turned into paper butterflies, as he's right down at the arena. Naruto said, I bet I could beat you with only one ability. No, Akiba then scoffed, saying, what ability? Naruto then pointed to his Rinnegan. Akiba then laughed, saying, you couldn't. As then Kiba then got into battle position, so did Naruto. Naruto then grew 4 more arms. They were made out of pure metal. This interested all of them. As other than Kakashi and Sakura and Hiruzen, it interested the rest though. As Kurenai walks up saying, what is your student doing? Why does he have 4 extra arms? Kakashi said, I'm not allowed to tell, it's an S-rank secret. But yeah. And then the proctor said, let the battle begin. As Kiba then said, fang over fang. Naruto then did some hand signs as he said, fire, wind style, wind bullets. As it kind of hit Kiba, but it didn't stop the rotation. Naruto then said, okay. As he then held out his 4 extra hands. As he then said, chakra bomb. As he shot chakra bomb, he shot one of them. The 4 are just waiting. As it hit Kiba, as it did a humongous explosion. Kiba's knocked to the ground. Naruto then retracted one of his hands that had the chakra ball. He had 2. He had 2 hands. No, never mind. He didn't do that. He had all 4 of his robotic hands pointing at Kiba. And his 2 hands were doing, were just, I guess, doing nothing. 2 normal hands doing nothing. Naruto then said, you give up? Kiba was scared that he was going to die. No, he wasn't. He was like, no, I don't give up. As Kiba smirked, saying, Akamaru, get him. Then Naruto turned into paper butterflies as it's stopping the chakra bombs. Naruto then retracted his 4 hands as Naruto then said, well, he did a couple hand signs as he said, fire style, flame, dragon, bomb, as he shoots a dragon of flame at Kiba. Kiba barely had time to to react, as it hit right beside Kiba. Kiba rolled over so it wouldn't hit him, and there was an explosion of flame. Kiba was not expecting this, as he got burned all over. Naruto then said, well, it's time. As he had this hidden, but he did a couple hand signs. As I even keep it hidden from you, but he learned the summoning part of it. As he said, chameleon. As while Kiba was looking away, no one could see Naruto anymore, as there was chameleon blocking, hiding Naruto. As Kiba could smell him, he just couldn't see him. Kiba then said, I can still smell you. As Naruto said, okay. As he took away the chameleon. Naruto then said, I guess I have to use my other ability. As the chakra rod came out of his shirt, as he pulled it. As the Naruto said, universal pull. As it pulled Kiba, as the Naruto jabbed the chakra rod in his arm, then took another one, jabbed it in his other arm. As Kiba could not use his arms, Kiba said, why is my chakra draining so fast? Naruto then said, I am draining your chakra and giving it to me. Hope you don't mind. You can't even pull those out. Your dog, maybe. But you can't. Your arms are not working at this point. And how about this? As he grew an extra arm, as it shot a blue energy ball at Hakumaru. Hakumaru barely dodged, but it kind of hit him. A little bit. As Hakumaru was limping. Naruto then said, unless you give up, I'm allowed to kill you. Naruto then pulled another chakra rod as he jabbed it in Kiba's leg. Kiba says, I give up. Naruto said, okay. Kiba then passed out from chakra exhaustion. And Hakumaru was taken to the hospital. The medics then pulled out the chakra rods. Naruto was walking up. Kurenai was mad that Naruto did that to his student, but it's technically the Chunin exam, and she can't do anything about it. Kakashi said, Naruto, you don't need to use that much force on someone. Naruto then said, I wasn't even trying. I only used 3 out of my other abilities. Like, I could have sent a meteor at him. I didn't try. Trust me. Kakashi eyes widened. And you know what? I didn't even shoot the 3 chakra ball explosions at him when he was down. It probably would have killed him. I just gave him something to quit at. So, unless you wanted me to kill him, suggest that you don't complain about the way I did it. As then he just watched. Naruto is good at his paper butterflies, but he rarely needs to use them. And then we see the rest of the battles go the same. As it's time for the 1-month train trip. As we see Naruto. Naruto is now walking. As he was walking, he thought to himself who his father actually was. But he went to the forest. He went to his secret mountain spot as he started to summon 500 clones. As this was a big feat on Naruto, but it was whatever. Naruto then said, I need you to train in taijutsu, as I need to be at a high Kage level taijutsu by the end of it. I need half of you to do that, and I need half of you to work on perfecting seeing if I can do anything else with my eyes. And so obviously they'd fail at this, but hold on, give me a second, I'm actually going to research something. As I just figured out that limbo is a... Wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I want to make sure that was being tricked. Okay, I'm getting told that limbo is a Renegon ability, so I'm going with it, okay? If it isn't, then please put in the comments. I don't know, there's this one guy who does a lot of research, so if you're watching this, put in the comments if limbo's a Renegon ability, please. The 250 clones would actually find something called limbo. As this would basically make him untouchable, but it'd take a longer time than the rest of the Renegon abilities. Naruto then said, okay, train on it. As this would take the whole month to master, with 250 clones doing it. And him having now Kage level taijutsu and limbo. Naruto will then say, guess it's time for the third part of the tuning exams. As we basically see Naruto as it's Naruto versus Neji. And yeah, we skip through little parts because they're just the Hokage explaining why they did the tuning exams and all that. So then Naruto versus Neji fight. Naruto runs up to Neji. Neji has his palm ready. Naruto then flips back, saying, I guess. How about we do limbo? As in, only the Uchiha eyes could see, only the Mangekyou eyes could see the limbo. No, I believe it was, hold on, let me check. Okay, it takes a Mangekyou Sharingan to see the limbo. So, there's about 4 limbo stuff, around Neji as they threw kunais. As Neji starts getting cuts. Neji then said, what's happening? Why am I getting cuts? You're not even touching me. Naruto then said, a new ability. I actually learned it on my own. Apparently, the person who sent me letters didn't even know about this one. How about they started doing taijutsu on you? As Neji started to do the palm rotation, but Neji cannot keep this up forever, as he stopped saying, are you tricking me? Naruto then says, as then Naruto looked at Neji as his Rinnegan glowed purple. As Neji felt he's getting punched 100 times from each side. Neji starts getting bloody, bruised. As Kakashi's seeing Naruto do nothing. No, Kakashi's not even there yet, never mind. As the audience is seeing Naruto do nothing, other than sitting there and watching, as Neji's getting beaten up. As Garo had this she had this sick look on her face. Like mother wants blood and all that stuff. And then Neji's eyes started to close. As his body started to give out. As he couldn't do anything. He was getting pushed at the same time as getting hit. So, yeah. As then Naruto said, I guess he can't do much. Naruto then deactivated the limbo. As Neji had one sliver, you could see one sliver of the Byakugan. Naruto said, oh, he fainted. Oh, neat. I guess he didn't really have it in him to do my limbo attack. The proctor's shocked that Naruto didn't even do anything and Neji has already fallen. So then the proctor said, Naruto Uzumaki is the winner. As Naruto went up to the stand, as Shikamaru was shocked, asking, "What was that, Naruto? I've never seen anything like it." Then Naruto said, "Oh, it's one of my abilities. Don't worry about it." Oof. Sorry about that. As then it's Sasuke's turn. Shikamaru fight had been the same. And the same thing happens with Shikamaru. As, and then, the invasion happens. The third dies as Naruto's with Shikaku. As Shikaku is like, "Yay, I'm finally free." Naruto then said, "Shikaku. Now, I'm gonna have to wake up her." So, yeah. Limbo. As Naruto would then run up Shikaku, as spikes would keep on happening. But Naruto would just go up there as the limbo cone would punch her as she get bruised on her face and start to wake up. As Shikaku said, "How'd you do that? You didn't even land a finger." Limbo deactivate. As she started falling, Naruto then said, "Almighty pull," as he pulled Gaara toward him, and he left her. He took her to her siblings, and then talked no jutsu Gaara, which meaning they're gonna have. Yeah, no. Gaara kinda is blushing at Naruto. Oh god, this is gonna be hard to do. So then we see Jiraiya. We go to the next day. As the sand has left, third is dead, no Hokage, and the village is rebuilding. And so they're asking what should they do. As then they call for Jiraiya. Jiraiya comes and says, "Yes, elders." They say that they want him to become the next Hokage. Jiraiya obviously declines, saying he's too busy with his spy network. And then Kaoru said, "Then anyone else would be available?" Because we want it to be a Sannin. Jiraiya said, "We could use Tsunade." But yeah. And then they said, "Fine, if you can find her. You may take a person with you if you want." As Jiraiya didn't take anyone with him. Because he doesn't know. No, he would know about Konan being here. So he would obviously take Naruto with. Yes, sorry. He asked Naruto to come with him. As Naruto said, "For what?" Jiraiya said, "Well, I'm going to go get Tsunade, and I'd like you to come." Naruto then sighed, saying, "Fine." As they were going through the road trip, the trip to Tsunade, Jiraiya didn't have anything to teach Naruto. Basically, Naruto already had a summoning jutsu, and he didn't really have much to teach Naruto. Naruto then said, "Why are we going after Tsunade? She's to be the next Hokage." So, yeah. As we do a week time skip, Naruto always said, no, we're there. Jiraiya says, Naruto then looks and he sees Tsunade as he said, okay, fine, we're going. As then he looks at Tsunade saying, Tsunade, you are to be coming back to the Leaf and you are to become the next Hokage. She then said, who are you? She looked at Naruto and then Naruto said, Naruto Uzumaki. As Tsunade's eyes widened. She heard about this Naruto Uzumaki, the son of Konan. As Tsunade said, I'm not becoming the Hokage of that village. I despise it. And then Naruto said, well, I guess we will be having to do a battle then. Let's do a little wager. As if I win, you have to come back to the Leaf. What happens if you win? You will not bother me and go back. Telling the elders you couldn't find me. Naruto nodded at this deal. She saw the Rinnegan and was like, Rinnegan. As then Naruto said, come on. As Naruto activated the limbo. Naruto said limbo. As only someone with the Sharingan, Mangekyou Sharingan could see them. Naruto then stuck out his hand as he said, Almighty. No, he's not going to do that. His hand returned, looked robotic. As he shot a blue orb at Tsunade. Tsunade punched it, not knowing it would explode on contact. It exploded as it knocked Tsunade back as she was rolling. Is that what one of the legendary Sannin have? Tsunade then growled. As she went all out, she started using fist. But there was always something blocking it. As then she got a punch to the stomach as Naruto wasn't even there. As she went flying. As then Naruto teleported in front of her as he gave her ox kick. As then she went flying down. And then he turned into paper butterflies. And then went back to his normal body. As then he took his hand and stuck it out. As then paper butterflies happened and they landed on Tsunade. They transformed back into paper bombs. As they exploded, as she went flying, she had bruises and everything. Naruto then said, you give up? Tsunade was shakenly standing. She said, no, not go back to that village. She went to punch again, but Naruto said, limbo deactivate. And almighty push. As she was so close, but then Naruto said, almighty push. As she went flying, and the building started getting cracked. Naruto then pulled out his hand again, as it was getting a blue chakra orb. Jiraiya said, Naruto, stop. As Tsunade then shakily got up, as she could barely stand. Naruto said, well, she's asking for it. She hasn't given up yet. Jiraiya then said, why don't you not use that? I saw what it did the first time. If I'm pretty sure you did that, then she gets severely injured, almost on death. Naruto said, yeah, that's why I had the King of Hell, to heal her. So, yeah. She doesn't want to give up, I'll keep on doing this and not heal her. Jiraiya then said, Tsunade, I'd give up. You saw what they did the first time. She said, shut it, Jiraiya. I will not give up. Naruto said, okay. As he shot. As Tsunade dodged it. As an explosion happened. As it almost blew up. Oh, it almost made a crater. Naruto said, well, I guess limbo. As then something happened as she got punched in the gut from all angles. As she started coughing up blood in globs of it, the limbo stopped as it deactivated. She started falling to the ground, as Naruto said, some ninjutsu, king of hell. As purple flames came out, as King of Hell got summoned, Naruto said, heal. As Tsunade got swallowed in, as she was getting swooshed around in the mouth. As this took a good hour, Naruto said this will take an hour. As then she got spit out, as King of Hell disappeared. She was all healed, knocked out but healed. Naruto then said, I guess it's time to take her back to the village while she's unconscious. Jiraiya nodded, saying, you did win the bet. Shizune said, you can't do that. She'd have to accept it. Naruto then said, she already has. She lost the bet. As they go back, as Tsunade woke up when they were moving, she then saw that she was being carried by two figures that were not seen, but she was getting dragged. She could not move. She said, Naruto, what are you doing? I'm taking you back to the Leaf Village. You lost the bet. She then said, she tried kicking all, but Naruto, as the grip went harder on her arms. Naruto then said, you can't move, as it's for my limbo. I'm almost out of chakra, though, because of you. So, Jiraiya, send your most powerful jutsu at me. Jiraiya nodded. Jiraiya said, why? Naruto said, I can absorb it and get my chakra back. Jiraiya said, fine. As he did a couple hand signs, as he said, fire style. I don't know any of Jiraiya's jutsus. Let's just say he does, mud fire technique. Scorching burn as he shoots that, and then Naruto sticks out his hand saying chakra absorption. As Naruto felt a lot better, still weak but better, he said, thank you, Jiraiya. I feel better. Now we must go. As she couldn't move, she said, Jiraiya, make this kid let go of me. Jiraiya said, I can't do that. For I would be dragged too, and I'd rather walk. Takes a week, but they reach there. As the guards see, she is, dragged. So her legs kind of hurt. Naruto said, hello, we've retrieved the Hokage. She was not willing, but I beat her in a bet, and I knew she'd go back on it. So here you go. As he throws Tsunade at the gate. The guard says, well, Naruto, you can't treat your cape like that, but I guess it's whatever. As they said, Hokage-sama, we are grateful that you have accepted to come here. She then says, I did not accept to come here. I was forced to come here by a boy. This boy kept on dragging me. I had no opportunity. Naruto said, limbo release. Naruto was falling to the ground. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, no, he just falls to the ground. As Jiraiya said, well, he got chakra exhausted as he was taken to the hospital. He was taken to his house as a day later, he was back to full strength because of the Kyuubi. As then Naruto was sitting down and he was holding his head. As then Abu said, Hokage-sama has requested your appearance. Naruto said, okay. Naruto went there as he sunshined in there, asking what. As he saw Shikamaru, um, he saw Shikamaru. He just saw Shikamaru. As he asked, "What is a Hokage-sama?" I'm here to promote you to Jonin. Just for the fact of your amazing performance. As Hokage had written down here that you would become a Jonin. As Naruto said. And the second thing, Sasuke Uchiha has left the village. Sakura came in this morning and she said that Sasuke Uchiha has left the village because he wanted power. Naruto said, and then she said, I was supposed to be the leader of the thing, but now you are. Naruto then nodded, saying, Shikamaru, you're good at strategy, so you will actually be telling us what we need what would be a good plan. And I think I'll round up some people. As the people get rounded up, as Naruto's wearing a Jonin and Shikamaru's wearing a Chunin. And so then we see them as they ask, what do you need? I am here today so we could get back the Uchiha. Now, we only need the Uchiha because he's the last one of them. You got this? Because we will be doing a line formation. That's just the same line formation. And Naruto still goes after. Everything happens the same, basically. Except for the fact that Naruto's stronger. As we see Rock Lee jumps and his leg actually got healed and all that stuff. And so then we see Naruto. Naruto is talking with Naruto is going after Sasuke. Rock Lee says, Naruto, go after Sasuke. As I will hold off Kidomaru. Or him. Or not said. As he meets Sasuke at the Valley of the End, he says, Sasuke, people want you to return to the village. I personally don't care, but as a mission, I must succeed. As then Sasuke said, you can't. As he groaned the 3-Tomo Sharingan. As Naruto said, I feel like I can. As then Sasuke's curse mark went everywhere. As Naruto then, okay, if you want to play like that. Naruto then, eyes started to glow as he said, limbo. As Sasuke didn't know what this means, but he got punched in the face. And then he got punched from the other side as he was in this forward loop. As Naruto then said, seems like you were nothing. As Sasuke then says, Onyx Shidori. As he tried hitting one, but they dodged out of the way. He was now out of the cycle. As then he flew to Naruto. Naruto then said, okay, limbo release. Naruto then stuck out his hand. And he punched Sasuke with his metal hand. As Sasuke went flying. Naruto then pulled out his hand. As his hand was shooting a blue chakra ball. As it hit Sasuke when he was flying. As Sasuke hit the statue. As the statue was hit. As it created a humongous dent in it. Naruto then said, Sasuke, you give up. As Sasuke was bleeding everywhere, as he said, I will never. As he charged up Onyx Shidori, he said, Shidori! As he flew over to Naruto, Naruto said, didn't we do this before? As he stuck out his hand saying, almighty push. As he pushed Sasuke in the statue. As Hashirama's statue fell down. As Sasuke was then thrown against Madara's statue again, as it created an even bigger dent. As It was such a big dent that Madara's statue started falling. Naruto said, I gotta save him. As then, four limbos grabbed Sasuke as they teleported back to Naruto. Naruto then said, this person may not leave. Keep him there. As he sensed another chakra presence. But then he started to turn into a butterfly as the limbo followed. As you just see a floating Sasuke and butterflies. As it was Kabuto checking on the damage. As it was destroyed. Kabuto thought, who was after him? Naruto. He's the one who did that. Oda Orochimaru was telling me about that. Naruto then turned into a real body as he had paper wings. He said, "Oh, hello there. How about you go and explode?" As he done the hand sign as the water started exploding, and Kabuto laid right in Naruto's trap. As there was this four barrier seal, making him not able to move. Kabuto then said, "Ow." Naruto then pointed, saying, well, I guess you will feel some pain, as he threw 5 butterflies at him. As then, the butterflies turned into paper bombs, as they hit Kabuto right in the face. As the seals then destroyed, and Kabuto blew up, as Kabuto made this ginormous water explosion. As half of Kabuto's face was destroyed. And Naruto is just flying as he's back at the Leaf Village as he throws Sasuke at the Hokage-sama. As Sasuke had cuts, bruises, gashes, a chunk out of his arm was gone. Naruto then said, I got him. Hold on, pause. Is it recording? Yeah. As Hokage asked what happened, Naruto then replied saying he tried to leave the village. As, I stopped him. But, stuff happens. Naruto, she saw that Sasuke was on the brink of death. She said, summon the King of Hell. I saw what you did. Summon him. Naruto then said, okay, as he summons the King of Hell, as the King of Hell took 5 hours. Naruto said, this will take 5 hours and he will disappear after he's done. See, after 5 hours, he spit out Sasuke. As he disappeared, Sasuke was fine. There was 50 Anbus around Sasuke saying, and then Sasuke woke up asking, how'd he get to the Hokage booth? Tsunade said, Naruto brought you here, and you will not be leaving. Anbu put chakra suppression seal on Sasuke. As Naruto also left a note saying, don't let a person fate with half of his face gone in. If you do, that is Kabuto. Just to let you know. She nodded. She said, point 100 Anbu guards at Sasuke's cell. They nodded as they dispersed. Jiraiya then went through the window asking if he can go on a 3-year training trip with Naruto. As yes, I'm actually going super far into this story. I love it. As she said, let me talk to the council first. So the council agreed, but Naruto had his own plans. As Naruto was going to spend half of that time with his father, this is just the plans that Naruto doesn't know of. He's going to spend half that time with his father, training a bit, to learn why he did what he did. No, he's going to spend a year with his father just to get to know him, and then 2 years with a mysterious entity. Yes, a mysterious entity. So we then see Naruto's clone Naruto's clone walked up to the Okage booth and he said, Tsunade said, Naruto, you will be going on a 3-year training trip with Jiraiya. Naruto then said, why would I do that? As for, I declined that offer. She said, well, Jiraiya got the permission from the council. Naruto said, even greater, as, I actually left for a training trip. I didn't go on a training trip with Jiraiya. Jiraiya would have held me back. Going on a training trip by myself. As I'm going to meet my father. And then for a year, I'm going to meet my father. And then for the rest of the years, I will be doing some training. I don't know. Just by myself, I guess. She nodded her head. As Jiraiya said, well, where are you right now? He said, long gone. Long gone. Long gone. Long gone. As Jiraiya ran off. She then said, Naruto, why would you do that? Naruto said, I've always wanted to meet my father. My mother died by someone. Don't remember who. Sasuke is now here, so I train. By myself or with my father. I plan on training with my father for a year, or just getting to know him, and then I plan on leaving and going on training. She nodded her head as she said, I can't stop you because this permission slip. Have fun. She hates Naruto, but she's like, he got her, as, yeah. We then see, we then go on the road as Nagato's, Yahiko's body actually goes up to Naruto saying, Naruto, who are you? My name is Naruto Uzumaki. How about you? My name is Yahiko, and I know your father. He said, who? It's Nagato Uzumaki. I will take you to him. Naruto said, good, I want to spend 1 year of quality time with him, and then I will be gone. Training. So, yeah. Naruto is then following. As he turned into paper butterflies as he was flying. As Nagato started to have a tear, not Yahiko, Nagato, in his cave. As he remembered Konan that died. We then do a 3-year time skip. As Naruto has met his father for a year. He hasn't done missions with his father, he just talked to him. And then for this... Wait, hold on, give me a second. Other cut. He keeps on cutting on me, I accidentally cut it. So, Naruto, it was 3 years as Naruto was walking throughout the village. As Naruto was trained by the Shinigami. As his sword reeked of death. He had Shinigami armor. As it was protected. It had this darkened aura. His chakra was more dark. As he worked and was trained under the Shinigami. Flashback. Naruto has just left his father. And then Naruto, a person walked up to him saying, do you want to be trained under a powerful person? Naruto said, who would that be? Person said, whispering in his ear, the Shinigami. As Naruto's eyes widened as he said, yes. Now we do present time. As his battle armor was black with white spots. His hair is still red. Blood red. It's not dark red. It's just blood. It's dark red, yeah, technically. And then has a sword as it's jagged, and it can use the elemental stuff. As it's the most powerful. It's after a slash. After a slash, you can disintegrate person, but only with someone with 5 chakra natures can touch it. That's why no one's been able to take it before, other than Naruto. Naruto has taken the sword, as he was allowed by the Shinigami. As then Naruto spoke, saying, "Hello, it is me, Naruto Uzumaki. I've come here to speak with the Hokage." They said, "Oh yes, you're allowed in. How was the 3-year training trip with Jiraiya?" He said, "It was good. Could you escort me to the Hokage building?" He nodded his head. They nodded their head as they let Naruto in. Naruto had this dark aura around him. He also is, whenever he wants, he can turn into the 9 tails. Because he's a perfect Biju, yeah, all that stuff. So then Naruto said, "Well, it is time for me to speak to you." Her eyes widened as she saw Naruto. She said, "Naruto, is that you? You look a lot different from last time I saw you." As his eyes especially were different. They were really different. They were red. They were not purple anymore. They were red. As it's an upgraded Rinnegan. It's not the Renny Sharingan or Renny Sharingan. It's just a red eye with rings around it. It doesn't even have tomos. It's just red. As Naruto said, "Yes, I got a little upgrade on my eyes. I can now see in slow-mo. Like, it's like the Eternal Mangekyou, but I can see, like, only the slow-mo part. I can't activate the Susanoo. How is our little prisoner how is Sasuke doing? Did he escape yet, or what happened?" She then said someone tried making him escape, but he didn't get too far. As for this, you are thanked for giving us a description. We will now tell you what's happened. I will contact Jiraiya to tell you that you're home. And with a new upgrade. She then said, "What about that sword? What's that sword about?" And then Naruto said, "Oh, with 1 slash of this, someone starts disintegrating. But only I, with 5 chakra natures, can touch it. So no try to touch it, it would burn their skin off." Naruto said, she said, "Okay." Then Naruto said, "Okay, so I will actually buy a shinobi house." As he dropped down money, it was like a bag full of money. He got this while he was with his father for that 1 year. He actually did do missions, so he had tons of money. He had over 2 million Ryu in his bank account. As she nodded, saying, "Oh, okay. Well, there's a free open spot right next to Anko and Kurenai." He took it and he went in his apartment. As Naruto smelled the air, it smelled like fresh lemons. He was happy. He actually had a smile on his face. As then he started putting up his stuff. There was a sofa and everything. Kurenai then knocked on the door, and Anko, asking who was in there. Naruto opened the door with his blood-red eyes and his blood-red hair, but he had the rings were still black. As they said, "Who are you?" "I am Naruto Uzumaki, the person that you were mad at in the Chunin exams." She said, "Oh." As Anko then said, "Oh, that's... How did you get enough money to do this?" Naruto said, "A 3-year training trip. I did some missions and all that." She said, "Okay." So then we see Naruto. As Naruto's walking out, as he decided to get some ramen, he ate. As he had a happy smile, as the darkness around him was not dark anymore, as it was bright. He said, "I'll take 5 bowls of ramen, pork ramen." They said, "Okay." As they got the 5 bowls, as Naruto devoured them, he said, "Okay." So he pays for it, and he says bye. As we do a 3-day time skip, Gar has been captured by the Katsuki. They say, as Naruto is there, Naruto is likes Gar, so he says, "Okay, when do we leave?" She says, "Get your stuff and meet back in an hour." As I was thinking about testing your skills, but we didn't have time. So, you, Sakura, Sasuke, and Sasuke is still under arrest, as he's being watched. He can train, but he's under arrest. And yeah, Jiraiya has not come back, so we will not be training. For I will not see your power until Jiraiya comes back. So go. Naruto nodded his head, as it was just Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi. And they, they stop, they see Tamari as they tell her the news. So they go. As then Naruto's in a hurry, as he's going really fast, faster than the rest of them, as Naruto is pushing at top speed. As they reach the sand, Naruto reaches first, as he runs in asking what's happened. Chio says, Kankuro has been poisoned. Sakura takes care of this. Then she says, well, he knows where they went, so as they ran, as Naruto was spending no time, as he was gone, and then he saw, Itachi. Naruto said, "Itachi, get out of my way or I will attack you." Itachi said, "What's wrong with your shrine? What's wrong with your Rinnegan?" "Itachi, I would really love to chat, but we can't. Leave." Itachi said, "Well, I can't do that, you know. We need to extract the One-Tails out of Gaara. So I'd be more quiet." Naruto then blitzed Itachi, as Itachi wasn't expecting this. As then he got a chakra rod stabbed through him. Naruto then rushed, as he saw the boulder, as there was a bunch of seals, as he made shadow clones. As they were still, Kakashi's team was still far behind, as Naruto wasn't having any of this, as they ripped off the seals, as image of copies of Naruto's went, as Naruto's shadow clones were doing it, as Naruto bust the boulder down with his head, as he headbutted, as he went through, as the extraction process was done, Naruto then screamed the fox roar as the Nine Tails, he started to turn into the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails had the Renegon. As Naruto then made a Bichu Dama, as 5 chakra natures went into it. As he shot it, as Pain summoned the statue somewhere else so it wouldn't get destroyed. But Deidara and Sasori had to take the body as it was still useful to them, and it exploded through the mountain. Naruto returned back to his form. No, he doesn't. He's still in the fox form. As his tail started waving violently as they destroyed the whole entire mountain. As Deidara and Sasori were not expecting this, as they could not defeat the Nine Tails was better than the rest of them all combined. As Naruto roared as it destroyed half of the mountain, the whole entire ground, Naruto started, as this was the Nine Tails with the fur and all that stuff, not the cloak. Yeah, I kind of like that image better, if you don't mind. As the Renegon started to flare, as the fox says, limbo. As, yes, I'm allowing this. Naruto can use a limbo in the fox form. As 4 foxes showed, only the Sharingan could see it. As they punched, as they knocked Deidara away, and Sasori destroying its armor. As Naruto was calming down, as they were getting destroyed, Naruto went out of his Bichu form, as it took a lot of energy out of him. Deidara then said, Brat. As Naruto, the limbo was still activated, as they were punching and kicking Sasori, as they teared Sasori's heart out, as they destroyed it, as Sasori was dead. No more talking. As Kakashi went to see the massacre, Naruto would find Naruto on the outside, the clones and all that. But inside, the mountain was destroyed, and the rubble actually started to crush the clones, as the clones were dead, and the shadow clones poofed. As Naruto was, holding Gaara, as Deidara was a bloody mess, as the clones started to keep on beating on Deidara, as Deidara then got out of it, as Naruto said, limbo release, as he pulled out the sword, as he said, die for what you've done, as he shoves the sword in Deidara, as he started to disintegrate. Deidara asked what was happening, as Naruto took out the sword, as he placed it back on his sheath. Then Naruto was holding Gaara, as Chio looked at this, as it was a massacre. Chio was so surprised, so was everyone else. As Naruto was such enraged that he went into the Biju form. As there were no more water, nothing was there. Kisame tried to do something, but whenever the Biju came out, it was over. So he left. As this was shocking to them. They never thought they'd see Naruto this powerful. As they looked upon Naruto, they gazed upon him. They said, Naruto, are you alright? Naruto said, is there a way to save her? As the Shinigami did not teach Naruto how to save people, as she just wanted souls. He wanted souls and all that stuff. Chio then said, Yes, there is a way. I will give up my own soul. As she started pumping chakra, as then she died. With Gaara again revived, Gaara started breathing. As she looked at Naruto, Naruto was holding her. Naruto looked at Gaara's eyes. Gaara said, "You came for me." Naruto said, "I wouldn't. I, um, I wouldn't. I would not. I ran here to save you. I destroyed everything to save you. For I like you, Gaara." Gaara then looked at Naruto. Then Gaara said, "I love you too." As we continue the story, Naruto helps Gaara walking to the sand. As Gaara is the Kazekage of his village. As we see the sand village waiting for their Kazekage to be back. As Gaara kissed Naruto on the cheek, she said, "Thank you for saving me." Naruto said, "I wouldn't. Like I said before, I love you." And so we go back. We see Jiraiya as he comes in the leaf village saying, "Is Naruto still here?" She said, "He went on a mission, but he should be back soon." As they nod their head, and we see Sasuke. Sasuke says, "I'm gonna kill that brat for locking me up here. In my own compound, I'm not allowed to escape. I can train, but I can train, but I can't escape. No one's allowed to enter unless they have a letter from the Hokage. I will get revenge." He's beating on a log. We see Naruto as he walks back in the village. He goes to the Hokage saying, "Successful mission." Hokage said, "Yes, good job, Naruto, and the rest of you." She says, "Leave so Kakashi can give me the report." Kakashi gives her the report about what just happened, as she was so shocked. And she was so surprised. As so, Naruto, she calls Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi, and she also calls for Jiraiya. She says, "Okay, we're going to be testing your abilities, Naruto and Sakura, for you will be going against Kakashi. Now, we were supposed to do this before the Gaara mission, but we were not expecting that. Can you please meet us at Training Ground 7, as Jiraiya will be watching?" And then Kakashi said, "Naruto, please don't use your sword." Naruto said, "I wouldn't. It would kill you." As he nods. As we go to the next day, let me give you the description of Naruto. Naruto is buff. He has muscles all over his body. He is wearing black with white lines armor. He's wearing a black shinobi shirt, black shinobi pants, and black shinobi sandals. As Sakura and Kakashi were the same. Kakashi, when they reach there, Kakashi says, "Also, Naruto, you're not permitted to use the Nine Tails form either." Naruto said, "Okay." Naruto then said, "We ready to start?" Kakashi says, "Yes." Naruto then says, "The limbo." As Kakashi pulls up his eyes, it turns to the Mangekyou, as he can see the limbo characters as they're running after him. And then Kakashi says, "So fast," as he keeps on dodging. As Sakura then asks, "What are you dodging at, Kakashi?" Kakashi then says, Oh, so this is just a 4 Mangekyou that can see it. There's these 4 little shadows that are attacking me. These 4 shadows of Naruto that are attacking me. They're strong. But as long as I can dodge, I'll be able to be good. But once I run out of chakra from using my Mangekyou Sharingan, then I'd be dead. Naruto laughs and says, "Oh, so you're good. How about we do this?" As he runs through hand signs, as he then says, "Water style, water dragon jutsu." As he then runs through hand signs again, as he said, "Lightning style, Kari, lightning dragon." As he then does, wind style. As he said, "Wind style, wind dragon." As he then says, "Fire style, fire dragon." As then he does an earth dragon. As he sends all 5 at Kakashi. Kakashi's eyes are wide open as the dragons are coming at him at full force. As Kakashi can't dodge the limbo and the dragons, so he's going to have to take one. But then he remembered his Mangekyou Sharingan ability. As then he says, what's it called? Oh, Kamui. As the lightning dragons start to get absorbed, Naruto smiled as Kakashi got punched in the stomach, so he went flying. As Kakashi was almost out of chakra, Naruto said, "You got distracted. Bad mistake." As Kakashi started to stand up slowly, as he covered his Mangekyou Sharingan, Naruto said, "Fine, I guess I won't use the limbo." He says limbo release. As Sakura and Jiraiya and Tsunade were so surprised. Naruto then said, "How about this?" As he gains 4 extra hands, as Naruto said, "Let's go into a taijutsu battle, Kakashi." Kakashi nods. As they go, is Naruto punching Kakashi. He's high Kage. His taijutsu is high Kage level. As Kakashi's is low Kage level. As he punches at Naruto dodges it, and he punches Kakashi in the gut with 4 hands made out of metal. As Kakashi then went flying up, Naruto then did Ox Kick. As Kakashi was knocked out, Naruto then said, "King of Hell summoning jutsu." So he summoned the King of Hell as it sucked up Kakashi, healing him. Tsunade and Jiraiya's mouths were wide open, so was Sakura. They did not know Naruto was this powerful, as Naruto could basically dodge anything with the Sharingan Rinnegan mix, as it could see movements super fast. It always dodged it. It was moving in negative 100 speed for him. As that's where I'm going to end off here today. I made about, I think, a good 1 hour 30, maybe? I hope you enjoyed, and see you tomorrow. Bye.